says in this chat that she tried to help Rachel Fuda. I mean, are we living in the, I mean, yes, the Pacific Palisades looks like Armageddon and it's so awful. I can't even get into what is going on here in LA. But I gotta do a show. The show must go on. But am I living in like the Twilight Zone? Am I living in like another world? Teresa says with a deadpan face, she tried to help Rachel Fuda, try to explain to her that Rachel needs to be smart like the other housewives are. But you see, the other housewives, they can be in the same room together and all get along. And she tried to explain to Rachel Fuda, what you're doing is bad for the show. This conflict that you and I have is bad for the show because we're on a show together. So we have to find some way to make it work. Am I in the goddamn fucking Twilight Zone? Do I even need to comment on this? Is she that clueless? She's giving advice, but she's the whole reason the thing is on pause. You're not speaking to Melissa. I have no thoughts. And I just want to say, Teresa, according to her, supports a reboot. And I guess she's not out there with Margaret. And by the way, she wasn't one of the three housewives that was at this lunch. There you go. But I guess she didn't get the memo that the whole thing may not come back because Teresa said in this chat that she completely supports the reboot. And listen, look what she gave and look what her family gave. And hey, this is a direct quote. If there's another family that wants to put it all out there, all the power to them. I'll be cheering them on and I would give my advice. And I would love that. So Teresa is saying she's all in favor of another family. If another family wants to go through what she went through and put it all out there, she'll be on the sidelines cheering them on and support that. First of all, you're lying. You would not. Second of all, you would be beyond bitter. Third of all, you would miss your paycheck, which you're already missing. I have nothing against the woman. I'm just being very honest. And fourth of all, and let me be like Lisa Rinna doing just fine after Housewives, doing just fine. Catherine Edwards that we have here doing just fine. Sutton Strack, she'll be doing just fine. Okay, Garcelle will be just fine. Teresa, I'm not so sure. But you're not going to be cheering them on. You're going to be bitter and angry and say that it's your show. Let's just be fucking honest, okay? If the thing comes back. And then she says it started with the Manzos, but they didn't air their dirty laundry. So she's now shading the Manzos because she aired her dirty laundry. Girl, it is over. You got to move on. Craig and Paige. Craig and Paige, there's more drama going on here. Look, this is a couple that you look back and we're going to look back on and we're going to say, how were they ever together? Right? I even feel that way now about Kyle and Mauricio. Craig and Paige, I mean, someone did a post the other day and said that Southern Charm is in its flop era while Southern Hospitality is killing it. Well, talk about my good friend Lou in episode one, and yeah, it's gonna do well. And the thing that said Southern Charm is in the flop area, Southern Hospitality is killing it. Paige liked it. Everyone's reading so much into this. Listen, have you ever done that where someone does? Now, I'm pretty careful usually about this, but have you ever like read something and half of it you don't agree with and the other half you do and you just like it and you're quickly doing this and then you're like, oh shit, I agree with the second half, but not the first half. I don't think just because Paige liked this, it means that she's truly shading Craig, but maybe. Apparently, just a few days or a day before on her podcast, she spoke out and said, Marcelo Hernandez was getting tons of DMs that said, fuck you, we hate you if you're the reason, because there was the rumor that she cheated with this guy, which I personally don't think is true. I thought Melissa was in the back seat. She kissed Nick. I'm still convinced that happened. I don't think Paige cheated on Craig. That's just my opinion. You could agree, you could disagree. My opinion, going with it. Kyle and Morgan, I don't know. That's a whole nother. Morgan, go to the corner. We don't need you here right now. We'll bring you out. You'll come here when Sarah's here. That Morgan Wade, she's got a big crush on Sarah. But I don't think Craig cheated. But she said Marcello was getting DMs that said, fuck you, I hate you if you're the reason. And he sent these to Paige, and Paige said, I'm so sorry. This is so embarrassing. I mean, can you imagine being in the middle of this and you're like a Saturday Night Live guy and you're like, what the hell is Southern Charm? I mean, although we had Alex Rodriguez, I mean, this Southern Charm, man, it brings people in. But anyway, she said that she was very upset, but she said, no one, it was so embarrassing when all this was happening. And she said, no one involved was defending me, which I found interesting. So she's referring to the rumor that she cheated on Craig with this guy Marcello, and she is saying that no one involved was defending her, which she found interesting. Now, there's only three people involved: Paige, Craig, and this guy Marcello. So she's implying, this certainly implies, not that no one was defending her, no one involved was defending her. Well, that does certainly imply Craig now, doesn't it? Um, and she says she completely stands by her decision. She just needed more space. When you're in a relationship and it's everything and there's no space, it just doesn't work. I mean, her goals are her career, her friends, and her mental health. Girl, this page disorder. I'm telling you, we should be. I mean, I'm in LA, but we should be hitting the town together, Paige. I mean, all I care about is my career and my mental health and my friends and family too. I mean, I also care about money. I mean, I love money. Speaking of money, we're gonna have to do a thing on Bethany Frankel because she just went on a rant about you better pay her. You want Bethany to show up for work, and you better pay her. She only works for money. Well, let me tell you something. I love this Bethany Frankel. We have a lot in common these days. Between her and Lala, I'm agreeing with a lot of things, but I'm kind of with you, Paige. I only care about my career and money and mental health and my friends. Does anyone want to date me where we don't have to spend 24 hours together? So many marriages are like that. Why can't I find someone that really enjoys my company and vice versa, that we just don't have to spend every waking minute together? I'll be there for you. And I don't even mind spending a lot of time together, but shh, sometimes silent time, less is more. Be comfortable with the silence. We don't have to be talking all the time. That goes the same for anyone that wants to be friends with me. But she was also just seen in an NFL game Paige with Joe DeMello. And so who knows? I think Paige is just going to be in her let's have a great time phase. And she's going to just be dating guys and just living a single life. And yeah, this I understand people are mad at her. Again, you won't be mad because Craig is gonna find someone and fall in love, and they're gonna want a white picket fence, and they're gonna get married. Naomi Olindo, Craig, go back and revisit Naomi. I'm seeing it. I feel it. I feel it. I don't know why. I'm open to other suggestions, guys, but I feel it. And I don't know if Craig should go and date another Bravo celebrity that doesn't live in his